name's Chris.
Hey, I'm Cody, and we're in Wage War. I met Luhrs probably about 2 years ago. I was an employee at a guitar store, and he came up to me and talked to me about a song that our band had out at the time. He started talking to me about the song as a guitar player would, about like, oh, these riffs are sick, or I'm trying to learn it, or so on and so forth. So at that point, I kind of began to form a relationship with him. So he would come in, sometimes every couple weeks. I heard him play guitar one time, and I was just like, this kid is absolutely talented. And I would see him at shows. I'd see him like in our shirts. And I always made it a point, if I saw him, in that store or at a show or something, to like go over, say hi to him, talk to him about his life. It was never anything that was like a super deep relationship, but it was something that was definitely special to me, and I could see that he was a gifted individual. I don't recall the actual date, but I remember being on, I think it was like Facebook or something, and I saw someone with like some kind of a tribute post to him, and I was like, what is going on right now? So as I did some research, and we kind of have some friends in the same circle, I got the news that he had taken his own life. I don't know if the reasons were ever really discovered, but at that moment, and it's something that is super toxic, but you always think, what could I have done? What could I have said? Is there something I could have done more of or spent more time? He obviously never voiced his feelings to me that he felt that way. Definitely haunted me for a really long time of just like how close that can hit. You hear about stories about all this stuff all the time, and it's really sad. And unfortunately, it's very present in the world that we're living in right now. Depression, anxiety, people just feel alone, people are broken, and they're looking for a way out, and a lot of times that seems like, for some people at a moment in time, that is your only way out. When it came around time to write Young Blood, it just really resounded with me that I wanted to write a song that was in his honor, but a way that you could look at a song and listen to it and realize that life will get better, and that you're missing out on a lot of life if you choose to end it before it's time. So,
as far as my personal experience in my family situation, the situation that happened well before I was born. So it wasn't something that as I was growing up I personally dealt with, but it was something that as I grew up and got older, my parents and some of my extended family was comfortable talking to me about and telling me about a death that happened in our family, a suicide that happened in our family. Not that it's about the family members necessarily. I feel like suicide has a lot to do with the person that it is, but it obviously affects people's family when it occurs in your family. And I have felt and seen and have heard of the experience that those people had in their life going forward. Just the sadness and just feeling empty that you lost somebody that's responsible for your life and for raising you. I feel like it's important for people to realize there's more to your life than just what you think. Your life is about a million different connections and relationships that you make with other people. I think a lot of people who get depressed, I've been depressed before, you kind of get lost in your own world and just you get obsessed with the negative feelings you have, and you stop thinking about all the people that care about you and people that love you and the actual relationships that you have. I feel a lot of times you're almost blind to that, and I don't know, I just think a lot of people who fall into that dark place lose sight of their connection with this world. Life is literally for everybody essentially a fantasy. The only true tangible thing that anybody has in this world is love and relationships.
I mean, the first thing you gotta do, I would say, is reach out to somebody. It's about the most important thing that you can do. Reach out to someone that you're accountable to, someone that you can be straight with, that you can be real with. A lot of times the feelings that you'll get in an instance of depression or anxiety, like I said, wouldn't necessarily be something that you'd be thinking of in a rational way. So I would, first thing, definitely reach out. There's so much more to life than the pain or brokenness that you may feel in a moment. I'm a big believer in the fact that life gets better. It always will. I do think life is a series of ups and downs, but I think at the end of the day, I think we were made to overcome.
No matter what you're going through, if it's like family issues, if it's issues with your friends, self-confidence issues, like realize your worth. Like in Lewis's case, like you're a great guitar player. I know to his friends that talk about him like a great friend. Like just don't lose sight of that. Like as low and as deep as you feel like you are, it's not as deep as you think. I don't know. I just think if you're having like self-confidence issues, or like if you feel low, like there are people that love you and care about you that would be willing to tell you otherwise.
What's up? We're Wage War and you're watching HeartSupport. Never stay silent.